Hello, this is the video for December 13th, 2016, and it's entitled Getting Out of Computer-Centered Lifestyle. As I ponder where I am in my life, I wonder what it would be like if I actually had a life that was productive and meaningful. While making videos every day has provided some level of purpose, I have to admit there is a longing to be able to do more. If the promises of cashing in on alternative currencies were real and not a scam, I would be able to get my life moving in a more productive manner. If I knew how to make that happen, I would. But truthfully, I don't know how without the means to do so. I survive on poverty income, which of course limits what I can and cannot do. I'd like to be able to put my health and monetary issues behind me and move forward into the life I've envisioned for a long time. I know I'm not alone. Many would like to break free of the demon-inspired structure that we've had to deal with our entire lives. Indeed, I was rudely awakened last night after midnight by someone pounding on the front door. And at first I tried to ignore it, but then it stopped and it started up again. And I actually went and looked out the window and I didn't see anybody. And that's the same thing that happened to me some years back when I was home alone in my actual home, and somebody knocked on the door going on midnight. And when I finally opened the door, just because I didn't see anybody when I looked out, when I finally opened the door, it was a policeman. So I had a flashback to that experience when this person knocked, and finally I went into the garage and looked out to see what I could see out on the street. If I could see anything more, because there's more windows in the garage that I can look out that I thought would be hopefully discreet. But in any case, when I came back in the house, somebody was knocking on the window of the front room, and it was a lady who was there, and I opened the door and talked to her. She was a friend of my son's, and thought that my son was home, even though his vehicle was not in the driveway. And it was very strange. And she asked me to go in. She said her cell phone was charging, and asked me to go in and call my son on the phone, which I did. And he was not even in town. He was it's not even in the county. In fact, he was in the next county over in Orlando area, and wasn't planning to be home for another hour and a half or so. Anyway, that was a strange occurrence, but trying to get back to sleep. And then when I woke up this morning and throughout the morning, I've been pondering how to get a life and wondering, what can I do that could help others actually achieve some of the visions and some of the desires that we have to make humanity better for people, to make our human experience a process that, instead of always being take away and push down and limit, could sort of take the lid off and open up doors of possibility that for most humans aren't even in their conscious awareness. But for those of us who do have a vision of a more positive world, how can we achieve that world? I'd love to be able to employ some of the healing technologies that would restore the circulation in my feet and legs, and stop the occasional pains that I get in my chest. And as I explained in a recent video, the pain that I had in my kidney area, which I don't know where that came from, but it was even more intense than what I've experienced in the upper region of my left arm and shoulder and upper chest. Anyway, I'd like to be able to put all of these issues and problems behind me and get on with the life that I once envisioned was going to be possible. If the currency revaluation became a reality, there are many visionaries like me who have projects that we'd like to see funded that would help turn the world around for not only for the impoverished people, certainly for them, but would empower and enrich the people that would have some gifts, talents, and abilities to be employed in creating structures and systems and possibilities for people that simply are not available when the culture and the monetary system are run by people whose only purpose is control. As I said, it's a demon imposed structure that has been put in place in this planet, and it doesn't make sense to me. And no, I don't think it's of God. I don't agree with those that have the idea that everything is hunky-dory in the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be free. We're supposed to know the truth because the truth will set us free. But truth is the enemy of the control grid. They do not want people telling the truth. And it's ironic that even the mainstream media, which is the true fake news media, are waging a war and attacking the alternative media as being fake news. When in the alternative media, at least you can find some things that are most likely true. But in any case, everything has been turned inside out and upside down on this planet so that nothing is what it claims itself to be. Everything is based on lies and misconceptions and distortions and misdirections, and everything is twisted and turned on its head so that humanity has to struggle just to find things that are meaningful. And I know that could be changed if we could have any level of leadership that wanted the betterment of mankind instead of the enslavement of mankind, who wanted to help people rise up instead of continually pushing down on on humanity and on the worldwide movement toward awakening, which is going on, but it's not enough yet to actually break free from the structures that have been superimposed on us to enslave us. And folks, if anybody has suggestions on how we can do this, I mean, people are promising that there's going to be an event. Well, make the event happen. I mean, some say it's going to happen before the end of this year. Well, we've got 2 more weeks, right? About a little over two weeks, and this year is gone. We need a breakthrough that will turn the tide and shift the paradigm so that we can accomplish the things that God has placed in our hearts to accomplish. And with the proper help and the proper support, we can accomplish those things, but not without the help and the support. So anyway, I'd love to get out of the computer-centered lifestyle and get into a more people-oriented lifestyle of actually helping people achieve our dreams. Thank you for listening, and namaste.